Hello YouTube, Steve Kelly delivering for you once again, and today I wanted to give you my input on the Maui wildfires. Now there's been a lot of suspicious circumstances in regards to the Maui wildfires, how they started, how they happened to burn just a certain parameter, whom was affected, whom water was withheld to, and maybe who was allowed to use water to protect their properties. And that's the basis of my video today, is to tell you that the official narrative that we're being given has a lot of inconsistencies with it, to say the least, okay? We are in an age right now where there's misinformation and disinformation around every corner. And I'm just a guy here talking on YouTube. Am I an authority figure on anything? No. And because we're getting so much disinformation and misinformation, because there is narratives out there that are being pushed, you need to critically think. That is your only way to navigate this sea of BS that we are all in together right now. I mean, truth seeking has become a really difficult job, because you've got AI out there that can be used to make somebody say something that they didn't say. So how do you know that everything that you are, all of the information you are receiving is true, that it's real? Well, you really don't. That's what makes critical thinking essential. And of course, if you do critically think, you can see that there are narratives that are being pushed. And what was the biggest narrative being pushed with these Maui wildfires? Climate change, climate change, climate change. And now, of course, we have another weather anomaly heading up Southern California right now, a hurricane. Something that's usually reserved for people here in the Gulf Coast area, the Gulf states like Florida or Texas, Louisiana, or even the Carolinas, right? You know, we're more in the path of a hurricane than California. I mean, you really don't hear very often. They said it's like been over 84 to 85 years since California last seen a hurricane. And, you know, getting back on topic with Maui, when, you know, talking about that climate change. Is the climate changing? Yeah, I mean, we're seeing things that I've really never seen. I mean, I'm down here in Florida, and this has got to be the most brutal summer that I've seen down here in the 22 years that I've lived in Florida. Now, of course, today it's overcast. We got a nice breeze. It's about the only way that you get nice weather in the summertime down here in Florida. But as far as the inconsistencies with the Maui wildfires go, there is a young lady on YouTube, Squirrel Tribe. Well, Squirrel Tribe is the name of her channel. Her name is Michelle. Her husband is Kevin. They will sometimes jump on each other's channels. They YouTube together. He has a separate YouTube channel, and that, of course, is called Kevin. Real easy. So be sure to check out Kevin. Be sure to check out Squirrel Tribe. Now, Michelle did a lot of research into the actual science of Hurricane Dora, because of course they're trying to say that, oh, Hurricane Dora spawned these winds, you know, 60 to 80 miles an hour. But, yeah, I don't remember what the exact math was. If you want to hear the actual numbers, again, subscribe to her channel, Squirrel Tribe. She will give you the lowdown exactly. But the hurricane was almost 500 miles south of Hawaii, which basically means even tropical force winds would not have been a factor in Maui or any of Hawaii. but it was windy that day. Hawaii does get some winds. I mean, I'd imagine it's a chain of islands out in the middle of the Pacific. But, of course, the climate change agenda is trying to say that, it was Hurricane Dora that made these winds really crazy and it knocked down power lines and poof. Maui and a lot of Hawaii is a big tinderbox right now, and that's how the fires spread. And there is a lot of inconsistencies as to exactly how these fires spread to just Lahaina area in Maui, I guess is the name of the area that was most affected. And by the way, should have said this first and foremost, we've got to just give our thoughts and prayers to everyone that's affected by this terrible disaster. And hopefully, a lot more people are found. Let's hope that the death toll does not rise anymore. Let's hope that the remaining missing people are found, and that's the best thing we can hope for, right? But one of the inconsistencies is in regards to funding for natural disasters for Hawaii. This is one thing that Michelle discovered. In 2021, prior to 2021, funding for natural disasters in Hawaii was $3 million a year. $3 million, $3 million, $3 million, $3 million. In 2021, it was up to $40 million. That's a pretty big jump. And why? Why was it up to $40 million in 2021? Something to question, right? And of course, the official narrative trying to push climate change, that it was Hurricane Dora that spawned these 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. But again, Hurricane Dora would not have been a factor. It was too far south of the Hawaiian Islands. So the official narrative reporting is just not giving you the truth. We know we're being lied to. And there, ergo, lies the problem. People know that they're being lied to by the official narrative, and let's face it, they've lied to us about a lot of things, right? Like, over the past 3.5 years, they lied to us about Mr. 19 and the origins and certain arm ticket that went along with Mr. 19, right? So our government and the mainstream narrative have not exactly been very honest or consistent in telling us what we need to know, right? So people are not believing what they're seeing on the mainstream, and you shouldn't, but you also should not just jump right over to the alternative media and just believe everything that's being pumped out there. Because people will just do that. We're at a point right now where, well, if it's coming from the mainstream, they're lying. And you know what? More than likely, they are. They're pushing a narrative. Okay, and that narrative, of course, we know they're trying to push is climate change. It's all about 2030, right? You will own nothing and you'll be happy. And, we got to reduce carbon emissions. We got to do this, that, and the other thing. We have to reduce agriculture because growing food is contributing to climate change. But wait a minute, we got people to feed. How exactly are we going to do that if we reduce the amount of food we produce? It's just mind-boggling, the stupidity that's going on in the world. And in order to navigate through this sea of BS, like I said, critical thinking. Truth-seeking has just become a full-time job, and it is getting harder and harder by the day. Now, my personal take on the Maui fires, I don't believe the official story. I do believe it was arson. Last year in Maui, there were 3 people that were arrested for attempted arson, and that was in Maui. Okay, I believe the same exact area. They were trying to commit arson back then to torch it, whether it was climate activists, whether it was people hired by the billionaires that wanted to buy up that property, who knows? So that's my take on it. Do I know that for sure? No. That's just what I believe, because there's this way too much inconsistency in the reporting, and it just makes sense that it was arson, that area was torched, because there's just too many things not adding up. And again, if you want to see more inconsistencies, you want more actual factual numbers, then like I said, be sure to subscribe to Squirrel Tribe and check out her husband's page titled Kevin. And also, give me some love here too. Steve Kelly Delivers. Drop a like, comment, share, do all that YouTube-y stuff. And of course, subscribe to my channel. So until the next time, it has been another successful delivery. Now, either tomorrow or the day after, or sometime this week, I'm going to drop another video telling you about 3 types of propaganda that are used to manipulate you. All right? Take care, everyone.